Hi people, my name's Maureen and I am 43 years old. I live with a terminal illness called non-specific interstitial pneumonia, which is a very rare lung disease. I only have 23% of my lungs, and as you can see I'm on oxygen. I'm on oxygen 24/7. I have palliative care through Strathcarron Hospice, and last year in August 2021 I was suffering a lot from a lot of pain, and we weren't sure where it was coming from, and it was really impeding on my quality of life. And this went on for about 5 months, to the point where I was getting nurses out giving me pain injections, and I thought, oh gosh, I'm on my way out now. We don't know where this pain's coming from. And because I only use 23% of my lungs, the muscles round about the area of your lungs work a lot harder. So they put it down to a condition called costochondritis, which was just basically the muscles goes into spasm. So I was getting a lot of these spasms all the time, and usually I would, before August, I would get better after a few days and I'd be able to do some activities. But from August until February, there 5 months, I was completely disabled in my upper body of doing anything. So it was really impeding on my quality of life, having a lot of severe pain. And that's when my nurse from Strathcarron said to me, would you like to come into Strathcarron Hospice for some symptom management? And I said yes. And they were really surprised, because I've always been apprehensive about going into places, and I think a lot of people think, oh, you go into the hospice and that's you. But I really needed medical intervention at that time, so I trust my nurse from Strathcarron. We've built up this great relationship. And so I went in February there, and after my first night there, I woke up with my first day free from pain. We were just juggling the medication to get it right. There was lots of people there, doctors, consultants, complementary therapists, arts and crafts, lots of different people there, not just medical people. And the questions that I was asked when I went in were not all about, what's going on with my health. It was more about, what do I want to do? What is important to me? So for my quality of life, where would I want to be? What was my aim? So I thought that was really very nice, and I thought a really lovely approach. So it helped me to gain the trust of everybody there. And I felt when I was in the hospice, not only I was getting respite, my husband was getting respite too. And he would come in and see me at night time, but he was getting respite from caring from me, because it's quite hard being a carer. So when we were doing like the questions about what was important to me, one of the things is I love to do gardening and arts and crafts and cooking. I'm quite a creative person. So in Strathcarron Hospice, there's the lovely Laura, who runs the arts and crafts place. And she came bounding down to my room one day and she overtook the doctor who was wanting to come in and see me that time. And she says, oh, I heard somebody here loves arts and crafts. And I says, oh, that'll be me. So she was so happy, she brought me a big box of stuff to do some painting and things. But I had told her how apprehensive I was, because I couldn't really do anything with my upper body. But now we've sort of got a handle on the pain, this would be the first time that I would be doing an activity in really 5 months, and I was a bit scared that it would put me into a spasm. So she was really, really supportive of that, and says, well, we can just take it a little bit at a time. And anyway, I did it. 45 minutes I spent with my husband, both of us painted some little baskets, Easter baskets, and it was wonderful. I just felt so good to have done that and be supported by Laura. And I was in Strathcarron for 10 days, and by the end of the 10 days I had done other activities. I'd really built up my confidence for going home. We're still doing some symptom management with my medication and things, because there's a lot of things that still need change, but now I'm living pain free, and the spasms that I take now are very, very different because I don't have the pain with them. I've been out in my garden planting some seeds, and I just have my life back again. I've got a really good quality of life. The reason that I've got the pain is that I'm now living with broken bones, so we found that out before I went into Strathcarron through a CT scan, that because I'd been on steroids long term, it gave me osteopenia, and now my ribs have multiple fractures in them, and my spine also has compression fractures. So that's why I've got to be really careful doing anything with my upper body. So although the pain's masked, I can still do some activities, but not heavy lifting. But I have got the most wonderful friends, and I have help from carers and Strathcarron and my husband to help me do these activities that I love. And also a wee surprise, when I was leaving Strathcarron, Laura was the last person to see me just before I left, and she arranged a Zoom meeting. So we've had a couple of Zoom watercolour lessons, and I've got a painting to do for the 30th of May. So I have to put a watercolour painting. Now, I'm not good at painting, I don't think I'm very good at painting. I haven't done it since school, but I enjoy it and I love it. And she taught me these different techniques, and just her enthusiasm in doing these Zoom meetings has been absolutely wonderful, the services that they offer at Strathcarron. But I have came out a different person, and everybody said that it's like 5 months I went through of being in complete pain, and I had 10 days stay in Strathcarron, and I've come out with a much better quality of life and my pain under control. And knowing what my new normal is really important. I'm quite accepting of my condition, but knowing what my new normal is, I can accept that now. But yeah, I'm always getting told to behave myself, so I get into trouble sometimes if I try and do too much. But generally I behave myself, and I've got a fabulous life, so I have. So I just wanted to do this wee video to thank Strathcarron for everything that they do for me, and have done in the past and continue to do for me. And just to tell you as well, that I'm a young person, and that going into Strathcarron doesn't mean it's the end. It's definitely for me been the beginning of a new start, for me, knowing what my new normal is now as my disease progresses. So thank you very much.